that batter there. You know, I love brownies, so there's just so many different things that you can do, and you're not as quite as putsy as making cookies and things like that, I guess is what I'm trying to say. They're easy, and there's just so many different varieties of them. So if you have any good bar recipes, Deb, do you have any good bar recipes?
I don't. I usually make cookies.
Yeah, well, get on that, okay?
I'll work on that.
Okay.
I'll get right
so
on that.
You press this crust, which is real buttery, so you'll do it better than me. And just kind of get it in there. I actually am going to use my hands because I think that's going to work best. Maybe a little good wash. Just kind of pat it in there. Oh yeah, one more thing I wanted to tell you guys about, and I don't know if we've announced this on air yet. Next book club book, we have picked our pick, and it's going to be really cool because she is a national best-selling author and she's coming live in person, and she is amazing. We are reading Wisconsin author, but National New York Times best-selling author's latest book, Leslie Kagan's latest book. She is a hoot and a half. One of the best speakers I've ever heard. She's just will have you rolling in stitches and just gives such good perspective. And her book is a sequel to her very first book. This is her, I believe it's her fourth novel. But if you read her first book, this is a sequel to it, and it's called Good Graces. If you haven't read her first book, it's not a big deal. You can still come read this one, but I'd go out and read the first one because then you'll get kind of a better idea. And it was one of the best books I've ever read. It's called Whistling in the Dark. So that's her first book, which was published a few years ago. And then she went on to write some other books, and then she got back to that story, the first story. So the first book, Whistling in the Dark, is about two sisters who are growing up in Milwaukee, little kids, and it's just fabulous. So go read that book if you haven't, and then read her next book and come to book club, and it's just going to be great fun. Reader's Loft in Bellevue, and go to our website if you didn't get the date on that. But basically, I believe it's a Tuesday. Is that right? And it's September 27th. I hope I'm getting that right. Abby, correct me if yep. Okay, Tuesday, September 27th, 5:30 p.m. It's free. They've got plenty of books at Reader's Loft, so please come join us. Okay. Next thing, we've got layer number one pressed in there. That's that wonderful ooey gooey chocolate crust. By the way, preheat your oven to 350 for this recipe. Now I've got one block of cream cheese. This is going to be the third layer, and kind of give it like a cream cheese brownie kind of thing. Okay, and I'm going to beat two eggs with that cream cheese and just a little bit of vanilla. Teaspoon or so of vanilla. So 2 eggs, 1 8-ounce block of cream cheese. There we go. And some butter. Another stick of butter. Now this I didn't melt. This I'm going to use this is just softened butter. So did you get that? It's 1 8-ounce block of cream cheese, 1 stick of softened butter, 2 eggs, and a little bit of vanilla. I'm going to get that going. Then I'm going to very carefully add to that a pound of powdered sugar. First, I want to get the cream cheese layer going. And just kind of beat out the lumps and the bumps here. All of my pastry chef people say if you do not beat out the lumps of cream cheese when it comes to making cheesecake, they're never going to go away. You're always going to have them. So take a little bit of patience to try and get this cream cheese part real smooth. Here we go. It's really good. Now carefully add, I've got an apron on here because I don't want to be wearing all this powdered sugar. All right, more powdered sugar. So you kind of add this in batches. Abby, my producer, is you know me, I love to cook, but I'm not a real baker person. I do bake a little bit, but not Abby's my baker gal. So Abby, are you excited about this recipe? I know she is. We'll save you a bar. Okay, we're almost. Oh, Deb's giving me the evil eye over there. She's saying, "You are making a mess." That's the problem with baking. I don't think there is a way to do it without making some sort of a mess.
We always have to make some kind of a mess.
Especially when you're using powdered sugar. I mean, yeah.
It happens.
Yes. Okay, we're almost there. Deb, I'm going to let you do this just for a second, will you? Well, I'm going to get to the second layer. Okay, clean up a little of my mess here. Okay, so we've got our chocolate cake mix crust in here. Now I've got 2 cups of just chocolate chips that are going to go down over the top of the chocolate crust. How's that look, Deb? Perfect. Thank you very much. And this is the cream cheese layer, which is going to go on top. I'm just going to kind of dollop that over the top and spread it around carefully. I don't want to mix it with the chocolate chips. So you want definitely to have separate layers. Now again, this goes into a preheated 350-degree oven. This is one of those ones you want to keep an eye on because this is not going to get real brown and it's going to be very gooey. So it takes about 40 minutes. And then let it rest a little bit before cutting these into bars. But man, is this good. Okay, spread that out and make it look good. Thank you, Deb. Let me show you. This is what you're looking for. Oh, wow. So around the edges just gets a little bit brown, but it is going to be, oh, I can hardly wait to dive in. So we're going to let these cool just for a few minutes, but let me tell you, I will be chowing down on these. Recipes on our website. You can also pick it up at any area festival.